Woo, buckle up, because episode 10 of Watari-kuns is about to collapse. Doesn't just nudge our characters over the edge. It shoves them into an emotional roller coaster. With awkward romance, miscommunications, and just enough wholesome comedy to keep you grinning between the heartbreak. If you thought Watari-kun's life was already complicated, you haven't seen anything yet. Let's break down every twist, every heart-pounding moment, and that surprisingly touching ending. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one. The episode kicks off with the morning after what was clearly a big night for Naoto and Yukari Ishihara. There's this weird tension in the air. Messages left on read, awkward apologies, and both of them trying to work out how they feel after nearly crossing a line in their relationship. Ishihara wakes up early and slips out before anyone else is up, sending a short message apologizing for the previous night. Naoto, our lead, feels the weight of the situation too. He wonders if he did the right thing by stopping when he did, worried about his girlfriend's feelings and their future. Meanwhile, Naoto's friend makes a joke, albeit way too direct, about overhearing what happened next door, teasing him about keeping himself under control. Of course, Naoto's not in the mood, feeling self-doubt and worrying if he inadvertently hurt Ishihara's feelings. There's this running theme that Naoto struggles with communication, especially when it comes to expressing emotions. His friend even says he needs to be more considerate, or he risks making Ishihara cry, pushing Naoto deeper into a spiral of doubt. Things don't slow down at all. Now we're on to the texts Ishihara sent, including her message offering to call Naoto after work to talk things over. But instead of their normal, quick responses, there's total radio silence, which only heightens Naoto's anxiety. He overthinks did he do something unforgivable? Has Ishihara already checked out? But just as he's working himself into a panic, he finally gets a reply. A sliver of hope breaks through, and the wheels of their reconciliation start turning. Enter the supporting cast. Rinon and Suzu, Naoto's bubbly little sister, burst into the episode, wanting to tag along to his work for a bit of summer fun. This subplot adds a lighter tone and gives us some relief from all the emotional pushing and pulling between Naoto and Ishihara. It's also a great peek at Naoto's responsible, caring side as an older brother, balancing his tense romantic situation with the needs of his much younger sibling. Then, we see Ishihara's perspective at the library, wrangling with all the classic relationship worries in her own head. She's genuinely scared. What if Naoto wants to break up? Is she the one who ruined everything? Her friend Tokui gives some plain-spoken, but much-needed advice. Trust Naoto, and more importantly, talk through your feelings. Ishihara is reassured, admitting she really does treasure Naoto and wants to level up from a trial relationship to really being together. She's even a little scared that if she doesn't act soon, someone else, maybe Tachibana, might snatch him away. The tension is thick, but she resolves to finally talk honestly with Naoto. Back to Naoto. He's handed some movie tickets at his job, one for him, one that he passes to his friend Umezawa. Suzu and Rinon are coming, so he agrees to take them for a fun day out, chaperoning 3 much younger girls in a lighthearted, sibling date. Umezawa considers returning his ticket but ends up tagging along, too. At first, there's the suggestion of drama, with Rinon teasing Naoto about being on a date when he's already got a girlfriend. But there's no jealousy, just playful needling that serves as comic relief from all the heaviness. Meanwhile, Ishihara tries repeatedly to reach Naoto, but his phone's on silent in the movie theater. Each missed call only ramps up her anxiety. She starts questioning, maybe irrationally, if she's really the one for Naoto, or if someone else has his heart now. The insecurities pile on, but after the movie, Naoto texts back, reassuring her it's just a misunderstanding, and he wasn't avoiding her after all. The relief is almost visible, and they agree to meet in person after work the next day. But the rom-com awkwardness is far from over. As Naoto's prepping for the meetup, he's intercepted by Makina Yumezawa, his kuhai, who claims she has something weighing heavily on her mind. She openly admits she thinks she might have a crush, though it's all but clumsily obvious that Naoto himself is the other guy in question. Makina wants advice, but is terrified of being honest and messing things up, reflecting the episode's big theme, insecurity and fear of ruining a good thing. Naoto gets it, because that's exactly what he's feeling with Ishihara. Just to amp up the drama, Ishihara shows up earlier than planned. She just needed to see Naoto to reassure herself. It's an earnest, vulnerable moment, and instead of letting the awkwardness win, Ishihara bravely admits her feelings are a mess too. She rushes off, promising to talk more after cram school, leaving Naoto a little stunned, but hopeful that things can work out. Their pivotal conversation eventually happens. Ishihara asks Naoto to repeat his confession, that he loves her so much he's scared of ruining things. Both admit to feeling afraid. Ishihara worries she pressured Naoto. Naoto's terrified of moving too fast or disappointing her, and neither wants to mess up the relationship they value so much. They decide that there's no rush. It's okay to move slow and focus on building actual trust. The key moment here, they're honest, vulnerable, and for once, not tripping over their own words. It's a breakthrough for both. But the side stories aren't done. Makina is struggling with her own situation. She gets told by her coach that she's at risk of being kicked off the track team if she skips next week's training camp. Her confidence shaken, Makina starts to accept that she'll never be number one, not in track, not with Naoto, and she spirals into thoughts of quitting not just the team, but everything. In a twist, she visits Suzu, confesses she's giving up, and gets called out by Suzu for her transparent crush on Naoto. But then Makina has a change of heart. Instead of giving up on everything, she's going to give up on giving up on Senpai, and vows to go all out for her feelings, whatever the consequences. The optimism and supporting friendship between the girls adds a hopeful note, promising more drama, but also growth next episode. With all that, episode 10 becomes a careful, layered balance of miscommunication, heartfelt conversations, and the comedy of messy, youthful romance. Naoto learns that trying to be the perfect boyfriend isn't about pretending or hiding feelings. It's about honesty, even when he's scared. Ishihara learns it's okay to feel vulnerable and wants a mature relationship where they face their fears together. Makina, meanwhile, decides that failure isn't the end, but a chance to fight harder for what matters to her. To wrap up the episode is an emotional, sometimes awkward, but authentically human look at how fragile love and confidence can be when you're young and still finding yourself. It's a tug of war between holding back and making mistakes, but ultimately the cast chooses openness and courage, pushing their stories, romantic and otherwise, one step forward. So, what did you think of episode 10? Did you yell at the screen for Naoto and Ishihara to stop overthinking? Are you cheering for Makina, or do you think she should move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you love these deep dives, and don't forget to share and subscribe for more recaps and anime breakdowns. Let's talk about it.